Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jolene and I'm the author of the Glorium Sea series, the Moonrise Beach series, and the new Heartbreaker series. So I have a new pen today. I know I've been collecting and sharing a lot of new pens. It's because I've been purchasing all of the ones that I've had on my wish list for some time. So I do have a little story about this one. A couple of weeks ago, maybe last week actually, I did get a Pilot Vanishing Point. I got it in the silver color and I did do an unboxing on it where I inked it up with a Pilot ink. And actually I have let go of that. I returned it because later on that evening when I was journaling with it, I noticed that the pen nib was a little bent. So I did have to return it as they didn't want to replace it. And so instead I returned that and I got this one. This is actually a different model. It's a capless pen still, but it's the Decimo, which is actually the lighter and more skinnier version of the Vanishing Point. So I'm going to open that up for you guys today and let's look at it. I'm also going to be inking it up. So while I do wish I could have kept that silver Vanishing Point, I just wasn't happy with how the nib was slightly bent. It made me have to like hold my pen in a weird way. So obviously I returned that. So I'm hoping that this one will be okay. So this is what it looks like. It comes in quite large packaging, I think, for a pen, but I mean, you are paying quite a bit for it, so it is going to be a little bit more luxurious. So this is what the case looks like. It is plastic. And then this is what it looks like. So it comes with all of these pamphlets here. So it is a retractable type fountain pen, which is kind of hard to come by. There's only one other brand that does it, and that's kind of like a knockoff of this original. It does come with a cartridge. I'm thinking about trying this one out. Maybe I will use it as it is black and I'm running out of black ink. I haven't picked it up yet. Or I was thinking of going gray, so I'll show you what ink I may try. But this is what the pen looks like. Instead of getting the silver, I did get the white pearl instead. So let me just open this guy up. And I'll show you what it looks like. So I did get the fine nib, so it's similar to the one as before, but right off the bat I can already feel that it's much more lightweight. The Vanishing Point is pretty heavy, so I did find that when I was testing it out and journaling in my journal, it was tiring to hold it for a really long time. So I wouldn't suggest this for those of you who are authors like me and want to use a fountain pen to write your books out. The Vanishing Point is probably not the best one as it is quite heavy, but this one is the Decimo. It actually says Decimo here, and this is much more lightweight and I think I prefer it. It's also a slightly more slimmer in profile, so that is just something to note. And then you still have that clip here, which is actually at the bottom, so when you click it this way, you do hold it like this, which can sometimes get in the way depending on how you hold your pen. I actually do typically hold it like this or like this when I write, so it does kind of get in the way. I have to get used to that. But as you guys can see here, the nib of this one is perfectly straight, whereas in my last video, it kind of curved towards the very end there, and I had to go like this with the pen, which was kind of annoying. So I think that's also another reason why my hand was so fatigued after that one journaling session. But this is how you open it up. So it comes like this. If you want to change out the nib, you do have to change out this whole entire thing, not just the nib like some other fountain pens. And then you can open it up like this. It does come with an empty cartridge here. So if you want, you can just fill it up. This is an 18 karat gold nib, which I'm really excited about, as like I said, I've been wanting one for a while. So I'm glad I can finally have one that isn't damaged. So as I said, I did get the white pearl body. You can definitely see the pearlescent aspect to it, which is really nice. I wanted something nice and neutral so I can put black ink in here or any other colored ink. I think white is a pretty good one to have, white or black, so that you can use it for any colored ink. I'm probably going to be using this in my rings, so that's why I picked this one up, and that's why I went for this color. It's also nice because my name in Chinese actually means white pearl. My last name means white. My name is Pearl, so I think that's kind of cool. So I have a few options in mind. I mean, I could just use this, but I kind of don't want to. So I'm gonna check what I have around here to ink it up. So in my drawer here, I do have Diamine Earl Grey, which is obviously a gray color. I do have Pilot Takisumi already inked, which is a black in another pen. So I'll probably use that as my black pen, but I want something pretty neutral for this one, as I'm going to be using it in my ring bound planner, which is a functional planner for me. So I think I'm gonna try out putting the Earl Grey in here. It's been a while since I've used this ink. I've had it for a long time, but I haven't actually used it. So what I'm gonna do is we will swatch it so that I can add it to my swatch book here as I'm inking up some of my pens. I have been swatching them, so we are going to be adding the Diamine Earl Grey. I am just going to use a syringe to fill this pen up, so let's quickly do that now. So I'm just gonna take out this part first. I have this syringe. I got this several years ago from Wonder Pens. I don't know if they still sell it, but just having one is really handy, especially if you use a lot of fountain pen inks and bottles. So I'm not gonna fill it up all the way, maybe about here, like that much, as I have way too many pens inked up at the moment. I don't want them to dry out, so let's just use this. Alright, so I'm just going to pop that back in here, and we'll add this back in. And as for this part, all you have to do is just slide it back in. There is this little section here that's kind of like notched in, so you just put that in there and it'll stay in place pretty easily. So there we go, all inked up now. I am going to do my swatch first, and then we will try writing with it in just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little swatch here with the swatch card. This swatch card is from Wearingeul. I have a few different ones. This one has the fountain pen bottle on it, so I thought I would match the bottles that the Diamine inks come in. I'm just going to use a paintbrush here and let's do a little swatching. So this is a cool tone gray color. I don't have too many grays in my collection, but I really like the ones from Pilot, and obviously this one, as I'm inking up my pen with it again. I also use the gray from Kaweco. I do like the Kaweco inks. I probably should get more bottles of them, but I always prioritize other inks instead whenever I go to my local stationery shop, but I should probably pick up more of those. Okay, so that is what the ink looks like. And I think it'll be a good match with the pen. So let's cap this guy, and then I'm going to do a little test here. So like I said, the nib of this is fine, and I'm just gonna write Diamine here, and the name of the ink is Earl Grey. Perfect name for it. So this one seems more finer than the other nib that I had, but like I said, since that was damaged, it could have affected the flow of the ink. This one definitely is straight, so I don't have any complaints about that. It does come out quite fine, so that's great, as I am planning on using this in my ring bound planners. As I mentioned, I'm going to try it out with different types of papers. I do use thinner paper in my ring bounds as I want to fit more inserts. I use the printable inserts from my shop. Because I'm using thinner and cheaper paper, I want a nib that is quite fine so that it doesn't bleed through or ghost. So I'm gonna try this out and see how it goes, especially with the Diamine inks. I think it'll be fine, but who knows? I may need to change up my paper. Now that it is much lighter, I feel like it'll be a staple in my collection. So if I end up liking this one, then I will definitely be picking up more colors. There's a champagne pink that I'm interested in, as well as that violet color. But from the Vanishing Point line, there is that black and gold trim that I'm still lusting over. So who knows, maybe I will end up getting one of the Vanishing Points. In terms of size and also weight, I do definitely prefer the Decimo. I would definitely recommend this if you have smaller hands. My hands are quite small. Those are some of the things that I take into account when choosing a pen. Sadly, I don't have the other Vanishing Point to compare it to anymore, but based on first impressions, I think I like the Decimo a lot more. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You'll be definitely seeing more of this pen in the future, as I plan on using it as one of my main kind of workhorse pens. I am going to be doing some more currently inked videos, so this might be one that stays in the permanent lineup, but we'll see. So thanks so much for watching. If you guys are interested in the products that I have here, like the ink or the pen, I will leave a link to it down below. I'm just going to let this guy dry, and I will be adding it to my little book here. I have a few inks already in here that I'm organizing, so yeah, we can just add that there. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.